Yo, what's good everyone? It's MJO23Dan back with another video, and today's video is a little bit depressing. Now I say it's depressing because I spent the majority of my adult life moderating these, these forums. And I wanted to announce that Soul Collector Forums has been shut down. So since 2005, I registered on these forums. It was an early form of communication, social media, way before Facebook, and iPhone, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. And this was a way for people to jump on a website and actually discuss sneakers and actually have an affinity for sneakers. People looked out for each other. A lot of good things came out of it. A lot of careers have been made out of it. But the decision has been made to shut down the forums because it's just not viable to keep it open anymore. Damn, this is really tough, man. So yeah, I registered on the forums about 2005. Quickly became a moderator, then got stepped up to an admin. From there, really just busting my ass, making sure that this community of sneakerheads were in line. There was no disruption. A lot of people just got along well. There's a lot of user groups that came out of it. There's a lot of friendships and relationships that came out of it. And it's where a lot of people spent the majority of their time online talking about sneakers. Yes, you have Twitter now. Yes, you have Instagram, Facebook groups and stuff like that. But this was one of the only places to go to actually discuss sneakers with your peers. So I didn't really want to do a video on it. I just really wanted to let it sunset and do its thing, and I created an Instagram post about it, and a lot of people have chimed in, and to that effect a lot of people have made tribute posts about the forums and posting old pictures and stuff like that. But really, if you guys were a part of this community, it was one of the best communities ever. So what does that mean for me? I don't know. I stepped away. I had an opportunity to continue working with SC and see where that went, but I decided there were probably going to be more opportunities for me to come about. I've been doing Soul Collector for about 13 years, payroll on the last 5. So like I said, a lot of people have garnered careers and made opportunities for themselves in the sneaker industry, and I kind of want to do the same thing. So I don't know where that's gonna leave me. I'm gonna be okay. There's things in this world that are not forever. So this was just one of those things, and we'll all get past it. Again, if you guys were a part of the Soul Collector forums, ISS forums, feel free to chime in. Let me know in the comment section below, your experience with it and everything. I said my piece on Instagram. Go ahead and take a look back and check out what I said about it. Now, before I leave you here, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with a video that was created in 2013. It's actually a 2-part video done by the founder, Steve Mullholand. And the video was edited and produced by Jotham Porzio. I'll link all of them below in the description so you guys can check them out. But let me go ahead and show you guys this 2-part video so you guys can get an understanding what Soul Collector was really all about and how it all started and just the community feel to it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
My name is Steve Mullholand. I'm the founder of Soul Collector magazine. 10 years is a long time for a magazine. I mean, 10 years for any business is a long time. And for a magazine to last this long is a testament not only to the employees that work in Soul Collector, but also the sneaker culture, the people being able to support us for so many years. If we didn't have you out there, we wouldn't be here today 10 years later. Way back in the day, I traveled to Japan and I saw that they had multiple sneaker magazines. They had Boom, they had Sneaker Jack. And I was like, why don't we have a sneaker magazine that's monthly in America? We're New York City. We're the epicenter of sneakers. We're Nike. You know, it's like, this is where a sneaker magazine should be. So I went up on the forum, and I think back then there was literally 6,000 people or so on the forum. And I asked, hey, would you guys like a sneaker magazine, an American view of a sneaker magazine? And people were just like, hell yes. So we went after creating the first issue of Soul Collector, and this issue right here was made by 3 people that didn't know anything about creating a magazine. The only printing experience I had was printing on my damn desk jet. So we went after Retro Kid, and Retro Kid was, I gotta say, like a sneaker god back then. Without him, we wouldn't be where we're at today. He's the guy kids looked up to. He had great knowledge, and that's because all he did was stay at home and play PlayStation and read about sneakers. And honestly, when we hired him, I said, dude, don't stop doing that. Keep doing the same thing. Just keep being this huge brain of sneaker information. I wanted to bring art to the sneaker community, and that's what Kevin did. I wanted people that were outside of the sneaker community to take a look at our photos of the models, of the shoes. I wanted them to see that these guys have something special. These guys are making these shoes look amazing because it was totally organic. You know, when you're 10 years into shooting shoes, you kind of recycle some shots. There was no shots to be recycled because there was no photos like this. The scariest moment was when this magazine arrived at the front door. I was so nervous about the quality of the shoe photos, the quality of the models. We get it out of the box and I could immediately start seeing some mistakes. I fronted the bill for the whole thing. I was like, man, I wanted this to be a home run and it wasn't. So fast forward to the second issue. I'm chasing this issue down because I'm sailing down to the Virgin Islands. I walk up to the FedEx office at Turks and Caicos. Has an envelope of 2 issues in there. I remember exactly where I sat down. I ripped that thing open, pulled out that issue, issue number 2. It was thick, the cover was sick, and I was like, we have something. This is a magazine. Went back to America and sold the sailboat and worked on this magazine for the next 10 years. Either you think this shoe is a hot mess or absolute gold. I'm in the absolute gold camp, man. I love this shoe. Either you think this shoe is a hot mess or absolute gold. I'm in the absolute gold camp, man. I love this shoe. Ready? This sneaker right here changed Soul Collector. This was the first serious collaboration we did with Nike. Although we had 2 other shoes that we released in Boston before this shoe that we released in a New York City event, this one was the one that was like, you know what, let's do something nobody's done before. Our goal was every single panel we would come in and put a different, not only leather, but a different texture. Usually this piece of leather, this red and this brown, it's usually the same color. It's the same piece of leather, but there's a seam underneath here. When I saw the schematics, and I remember the second that I saw it when we were working with the cowboy on these shoes, it was like, can we make these 2 different leathers? It's like, sure we can. So not only do we have a different material and a different color for every single panel, We made sure that we broke this thing up, and we made sure every single leather was as good a quality as we could possibly get. It's really cool when you're designing something that you like, but you're like, what is the sneaker world gonna think about this when this releases? And I remember when we were sitting in that meeting, we were designing the shoes, one of the guys in the meeting was like, is this gonna really sell? It's like, maybe we should lower the pairs. And I'm like, I think this is hot. I think this is something that people just haven't seen before. One thing that was absolutely amazing with the Soul Collector events, nobody saw the shoe until we went outside and we would show the kids, this is what you're waiting in line for 4 or 5 days for, this pair of shoes. So I walked out with Retro Kid and we're like, we put it above our head and just like, you know, showing the whole audience what's going on. And they went crazy. They're like, how many pairs? I mean, you know, is there gonna be enough pairs by the time I get in? I'm 105, you know, how many pairs are there? And it just ended up being a complete success. My second favorite shoe that we've done is a Dunk Low as well, but we didn't do this. This pair of shoes here means a lot to me, and it meant a lot to a lot of people because we had those sneaker competitions, which I could talk for hours about. It's some of the best times of my life to create these sneaker competitions and make something successful like that. This pair here was a secret pair that Nike made just for the competitors that came out to the finals in Las Vegas. Nobody knew they were gonna get this pair. And this pair came in the mail, unannounced, and it had a letter in there. And the letter was from Nike thanking the people that were part of the sneaker competitions and saying that we appreciate everything that you've done. We appreciate the time that you spent. It's pretty much a reverse of the shoe that we sold out there in Las Vegas. Has the little Las Vegas sneakerhead guy. It has the date of the event, July 22nd, 2006. All super nice quality leather. And by the way, there's only 50 pairs of these in the world, and it's a testament not to me, not to the employees at Soul Collector. This is a testament to how fucking cool kids are that came to these events, how respectful they were, waiting in line and not causing trouble. And they were there because they wanted to experience something unique. They wanted to earn, you know, the pair of shoes like this. They wanted to sit out here for 4 or 5 days to wait in line to get this pair of shoes. And Nike said, we see that, and here you go. It's like, that's pretty damn cool.